Those who have been to a ruined wedding? What happened? I was 23 when my cousin Petra invited me to be her maid of honor. She was marrying Griffin, a financial advisor she'd met at a charity gala. He seemed perfect, charming, successful, always posting romantic gestures on social media. My aunt called him a catch. The wedding was set for a vineyard in Napa, all expenses paid for the bridal party. Petra had been planning for 18 months. She'd lost 30 pounds and spent $40,000 on a dress that required 3 people to help her use the bathroom. 2 weeks before the ceremony, I was helping Petra finalize seating charts when her phone buzzed. She was in the shower, so I glanced at the screen. A message from someone named Daniela with a photo attachment. I shouldn't have opened it, but something about the preview made my stomach drop. The photo showed Griffin with another woman in what was clearly a honeymoon suite. My hands shook as I scrolled up. Months of messages, promises to leave Petra after the wedding for the insurance money and gifts, jokes about how desperate she was, plans for him and Daniela to use the honeymoon tickets together. Petra emerged from the bathroom humming the wedding march. "Who's Daniela?" I asked. Her face went white. She grabbed the phone and read everything. Then she sat on the floor and didn't move for 20 minutes. Finally, she looked up at me with something cold in her eyes. "Don't tell anyone," she said. "Especially not him. You're calling it off, right?" She smiled, but it wasn't a happy smile. "Oh no, this wedding is happening." The next 2 weeks were surreal. Petra acted completely normal around Griffin. She kissed him goodbye, sent sweet texts, even thanked him for being patient. He had no idea she knew. Meanwhile, she was planning something else entirely. The wedding day arrived. The vineyard looked like something from a magazine. 300 guests in designer outfits. Griffin stood at the altar looking smug. When the bridal march began, Petra walked down the aisle alone. She looked stunning, smiling at Griffin like he'd hung the moon. The officiant began. "We are gathered here today." "Actually," Petra interrupted. "Before we start, I'd like to share something with everyone." Griffin's face showed confusion, then panic as she pulled out her phone. "Many of you know Griffin as successful and devoted," she said. "I thought so too, until I discovered he's been planning to take the wedding money and leave me for his girlfriend immediately after our honeymoon." She projected the messages onto the massive screen they'd rented for the reception slideshow. Every intimate text, every cruel joke, every detail of his scheme. The guests gasped. Griffin's face went purple. "You psychotic," he started. "I'm not done," Petra cut him off. "I also hired a forensic accountant. Griffin's been embezzling from his clients for 3 years. The evidence has been sent to the SEC. Security appeared. Real security. They were already moving toward the altar. Griffin lunged at Petra, but my uncle tackled him first. As officers led Griffin away, Petra turned to the stunned crowd. "The reception is still happening. I've already paid for everything. Daniela, if you're here, you're welcome to stay. You'll need a drink when you realize your boyfriend is going to prison." A woman in the back row bolted for the parking lot. The reception was the most surreal party I've ever attended. Petra danced with her father, cut the cake alone, and gave a toast thanking everyone for witnessing her freedom. She got her dress professionally photographed at sunset, middle finger raised toward the empty groom's spot. That was 6 months ago. Griffin got 5 years for fraud. The story went viral enough that Petra landed a consulting job helping other women investigate suspicious partners. Last week, she asked if I'd be her maid of honor again. "I met someone," she explained. "A teacher. Kind, honest, bad with money, but good with kids." I asked when she planned to marry him. She laughed. "Not for at least 5 years. I'm doing a very thorough background check first."